Mother, 34, who died along with her newborn daughter after choosing for home delivery against medical advice, cried, "I am a warrior," when she tried to deliver her daughter. A mother who tragically died along with her newborn baby after choosing for a home birth against medical advice cried, "I am a fighter," as she struggled to deliver her daughter. An inquest heard today. Jennifer Cahill, 34, an international export manager, had made it plain she wanted a purely physiological birth for baby Agnes Lily, with no medicines and minimum outside influence. A midwife who sought to aid her in the final stages of labor today told an inquest into their deaths of Mrs. Cahill's harrowing plea. She was beating herself up because it was not happening. Julie Turner, who has not been able to work since the double tragedy, told an inquest in Rochdale. She was struggling and shouted, "I really want to do this. I am a warrior. Why will my body not let me?" The inquest has also been informed that police this week investigated an internet forum encouraging home births after it emerged that Mrs. Cahill had been a member. However, it is understood that further action is being taken against Home Birth Support Group UK after it said it does not offer any medical advice to expecting moms. Mrs. Cahill chose to birth Agnes Lily at home in June last year after feeling unsupported in hospital when she had her son 3 years earlier. But she felt fatigued as her contractions worsened, and while both she and her baby daughter were brought to hospital, neither could be rescued. Mrs. Cahill had suffered a postpartum hemorrhage following the first birth, a potentially dangerous disease involving excessive bleeding. As a result, physicians advised to also have her second child in hospital. However, her husband Rob has told the hearing that no one had clearly disclosed the risks to them. The couple assumed the cautions to have Agnes delivered in hospital were based on the fact that she had suffered a strep B infection with their son, who had sepsis. He added, Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust has admitted that Mrs. Cahill should have been sent to a senior midwife after deciding on a home delivery, so the concerns could be considered. In what midwives who attended the couple's house in Prestwich, Greater Manchester described as an intense birth plan. She had indicated that she did not want medicines to help her through labor. Additionally, she wanted physical inspections kept to a minimum, birth to take place in a chamber illuminated solely by tea lights, and for the midwives to keep their voices down. Instead, the early hours of June 3rd became a scene of turmoil as Agnes Lily was born with a cord wrapped around her neck and smeared in meconium. She was taken to North Manchester General Hospital, but died 3 days later of hypoxia. Mrs. Cahill developed a postpartum hemorrhage again losing considerable volumes of blood estimated at roughly 2 liters in total. She was transported to the same hospital with hemorrhagic shock, but fell into cardiac arrest and was certified dead shortly after arrival from multi-organ failure. Today, Ms. Turner told the inquest that an increasing number of requests by mothers to have out-of-hospital births had made midwives apprehensive about being called out. She said, "There was anxiety in the office regarding high-risk births. Midwives were feeling concerned about being on call. We seemed to be getting more women with intricate ideas. It used to be unusual for high-risk women to have a home delivery, but in the last couple of years there has been a big increase. Staff were terrified. It is one of the reasons we now go out in twos, so that we can encourage each other." The midwife explained how Mrs. Cahill had declined a strep B test and initially refused to undergo any vaginal checks. She claimed that around 4 a.m. Mrs. Cahill seemed to be having a typical delivery, although it was discovered the bottle and tube providing gas and air was not working and they had to fetch fresh bottles. Ms. Turner said it was difficult to test the equipment in advance because it was in a sterile bag, but she did agree that record-keeping was faulty, with most of the data missing in the later stages of labor and comments scribbled on bits of paper. Mrs. Cahill's blood pressure was high on the last recording, suggesting it should have been rechecked within half an hour, possibly giving an indicator that mother and baby were in difficulty. "I can't say we did not carry out another blood pressure check, but I accept there is no record," Ms. Turner said. The midwife broke down as she recalled how Agnes Lily was battling to breathe, but that an oxygen mask failed, forcing her to resort to mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. An examination has concluded Agnes's resuscitation was not within norms and national standards. The hearing resumes.